welcome back to another vlog. Today we are in Egypt taking an overnight train from Cairo to Luxor. We got here just moments before the train arrived. It was super chaotic. We got in a traffic jam and that's why it took so long to drive. What should have been 12 minutes turned into more of a 40-minute drive, so definitely give yourself plenty of time to get here to the train station. But there was plenty of nice people who helped us figure out where to go, get through security to get here to our train at platform 11. First impressions, this one is much smaller than the train car that we took in Turkey. It also smells kind of like a musty old motel. Definitely smaller, cramped, but we're gonna give you a tour of our little train car so that you can kind of see what it looks like. This ride is 10 hours that we're doing overnight. It's also supposed to include 2 meals, so we're supposed to get a dinner and a breakfast, so we'll also have to check out where the dining car is and find the bathroom here as well. But like I said, this one's more cramped, a little more smelly, but so far looks decently sanitary, but we'll find out. So we'll give you a quick tour of our little space. There's already a bed folded down. We tried to fold it up to give ourselves some more space, but we can't find a way to latch it. So I think it might just have to be like this for the full 10 hours. We have a very fuzzy comforter here. Not sure how I feel about it. When we took the Turkey train and we were all finished up, they came and took the sheets, but they left the blanket, which means that they weren't washing the blanket in between stays. So now I'm a little bit sussed out about the blankets here. Maybe they washed these, I don't know, but it didn't seem like they did with the Turkey ones, although they do wash the sheets. Underneath here, we've got the 2 chairs set up. It looks like they're kind of made out of an old cloth material. Then we have this tray here that folds up, and then somehow this whole piece should fold down to be the second bed. We tried to figure it out, we couldn't figure it out, so we'll probably need some help with that when it's bedtime. This opens up to be a sink and a mirror, and they left us 2 packaged little soaps. I would give it a 5 out of 10 for cleanliness. Looks like it could use a good scrub. It's definitely been used many times. Up here we have the little mirror, and here is a little outlet to plug things into. But it says shavers only. It's not a very strong one. Then over here we have space to hang 1 or 2 shirts, and you can cover your shirts with a little curtain here. Over here we have a little trash can, looks like some little trays. Again, looks like they could use a good scrubbing. But yeah, this is home for the next 10 hours. So we're gonna try to get comfy because it sounds like we are about to take off.
So this train car is certainly smaller than the one that we had in Turkey. The one that we had in Turkey actually had a full-on desk table. It didn't have any luggage storage, but it definitely wasn't needed just because it was so big. This one is quite a bit smaller, but at least there's a little bit of luggage storage to put our bags to save some space. But certainly much smaller than the train car that we had in Turkey. At least this car is strong enough to do some workouts on. So the attendant just came by and asked us if we're getting off at Luxor or Aswan. We are getting off at Luxor, so that's super nice to know that he knows where we're getting off to make sure we do get off there. We don't sleep through it and end up in Aswan. And he also let us know that dinner was gonna be served in about 15 minutes. So looking forward to the dinner, and then they're going to change our different chairs into the bed. We're just getting up to speed, and this one is already a lot more shaky than the other one. I think the other one was really good at the suspension. It really felt like a smooth ride, but this one already feels like it's shaking back and forth a lot more than the other one. It's gonna make it very hard to try and sleep tonight. And then I'm gonna wake up in the morning and have the worst vertigo ever, where I feel like I'm still on a moving train, even though I'm not. That's the worst feeling.
We're 10 minutes in the ride and the train just died. We came to a stop, all the lights went off. Oh, we have power again. We'll see how long it lasts. It reminds me of Machu Picchu breaking down in the trains, but hopefully this one goes a little better.
The train that we booked in Turkey that honestly already seems a little bit nicer than this train was only $17 per person. This train to get from Cairo to Luxor was $80 per person. It was still cheaper than booking flights from Cairo to Luxor. It's about $200 per person to book a flight. This overnight train does come with both a supper and a breakfast. The Turkey one did not, so that is the added benefit of this train. If we were to do this during the day, it'd only be like $5 to $8, and we're actually going to do that on the way back from Luxor. So we'll see how that train goes compared to this overnight train. You know, it's just going to be a seat, so it's going to be a long 10 hours, but I mean, $5 versus $80, that's certainly a bargain to cover the same distance as what we're doing tonight. So we'll let you know how that goes compared to this. So we just got our supper, gonna dig in and see what it is. I can already see that I think they serve a piece of bread, but it legit just looks like a hot dog bun. So I don't know. I guess expectations are low after seeing that. This first dish looks like some type of stew. It looks like some beef, onion in there, maybe some peppers or something. When I was booking the train, I was able to select several different dietary options. So I just selected meat, but there was also like kosher or vegan. So there's definitely several different options to choose from as you're booking your ticket onto what kind of meal you want. This next one just looks like a bunch of different cooked vegetables. I see some cucumber, carrots, and some other vegetables that I'm not really sure what everything is in here, but we'll check that out. And then the last heated tray is just a lot of rice. So we got some beef, vegetables, and rice, along with, it looks like some type of cold salad, some lettuce, peppers again. We'll see about this. We've been a little careful about trying not to eat uncooked vegetables just because, you know, it isn't always the cleanest, or maybe they wash it with water that isn't the cleanest. So we've been trying to stick to only cooked vegetables just to make sure everything gets cooked thoroughly. And then finally we have a little brownie. All in all, it looks like a pretty decent meal, but we'll dig in and see how it actually tastes. I just got done tasting a little bit of everything here. The bun truly does just taste like a gas station hot dog bun, so that's a little bit different to have served with it. The beef tastes really good. There's a lot of spices in there. The rice was really good, and then the vegetables were also good. There was a lot of potato mixed in there and some zucchini, a little bit of carrot, so it was a nice little mix. A lot of vegetables to add to that diet. It's pretty dark in here right now. We're kind of like eating in darkness. There's not a lot of light. I think it has a lot to do with this bed being here. It's like blocking all the light, so like all the light is out here. It is what it is. We're gonna finish up eating and then kind of start getting ready for bed, because that is when the attendant will come back through and set up the beds for us.
Have a nice time.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
So now we have 2 bunk beds. Like I was saying before, this train is very shaky, so hopefully we can get some sleep tonight.
Oh, cozy. Little guardrail so I don't fall out tonight. And a comforter that looks like it's straight out of the 70s. Cheers.
So we might just be super paranoid travelers, but in most countries that we visit, we always use like a bottle of water to brush our teeth with, just to make sure we're not like drinking bad water. We're really trying to avoid getting super sick. We were, maybe a little sick in Peru for just a few days, but we quickly recovered from that, and luckily haven't gotten too badly sick. All right, so it's about 10:30 right now. The train gets into Luxor around 6 a.m. So it's gonna be a pretty early morning, so we're gonna try and get some sleep now. All right, so after a pretty rough night of sleep, the attendant just came by and gave us the 5-minute warning for breakfast. So we're gonna start waking up, get ready for breakfast, and then I just checked the map, and we're only about 30 miles away from Luxor, so I'm sure shortly after breakfast, we will be getting to the Luxor station. So I'm currently in the bathroom to give you a little look at this bathroom. One thing about this train compared to the Turkey sleeper train that we're on is this one is way louder. The other one was very well soundproofed. You can hear the train a little bit, but this one, it is quite loud. As for this bathroom, it's honestly kind of disgusting. I was in here earlier, and this toilet used to have a lid, but now it's just the seat, and there is no lid to it. But I'll give you a look. So I'm not gonna put the camera too close to this because it is absolutely disgusting. There is the lid that I was talking about that used to be on the toilet that apparently fell off. And then there's just a little bowl and some soap. And then I did use the hand dryer before and it actually worked. And surprisingly, there is actually paper towels sitting there. A lot of the bathrooms around here have not had paper towels, so you just kind of have to air dry, but it is nice that this one does have some paper towels to use. So yes, a very basic bathroom and one that I don't want to spend too much more time in.
They just brought us breakfast. What we have is a croissant, a piece of bread, a little cake, a juice box, and then it came with a little tray of cream cheese, strawberry jam, and butter. So we're going to dig in. I definitely prefer to not just have bread for breakfast, but that's the option this morning, so we're going to enjoy it.
We also just had some coffees delivered, so good little breakfast.
They just came around and collected our breakfast trays and said we'll be arriving in about 5 to 10 minutes. They did ask for tips on this train, so we tipped our server. Our Airbnb host kind of let us know that here a lot of the salaries are so low that people do rely on tips. So something to keep in mind, on top of the $80 per person, they will also ask you for tips when they come to clear your breakfast tray. We're gonna get packed up and get ready to head out as soon as we arrive in Luxor.
On the street. Bye-bye.
Bye.
No far away? No far. Thanks for the
So we just got off the train station. It's absolutely crazy here. We're gonna try and find somewhere to go to spend just a little bit of time before we can get to our Airbnb.
Okay, we can drive you to there for a good price.
No.
Why not?
So I go back and forth onto whether like just yelling back no at them is the best or just completely ignoring them. Right now I'm going back to the completely ignoring. I tried the saying no and it just didn't seem to work.
The train station is absolutely crazy when you walk out of it, prepared to get hassled the moment the doors open on the train. But we are here in Luxor now, so stay tuned as we check out the Valley of the Kings.